Hi everyone, and welcome to Seville, and in this episode, we bring you to the heart of Andalusia and to a city that dances to the rhythm of flamenco. Last week we were in Marbella, so do remember to watch our episode on Marbella. And if you missed it, fear not, as I have left a link to it in the description below. For this episode, we start our journey at the beautiful Murillo Gardens, a tranquil oasis in the city. And these gardens are named after the famous Baroque painter, Bartolomé Esteban Murillo, and offer a perfect blend of nature and history. Here in the serene Murillo Gardens, history stands tall in the form of the Christopher Columbus Monument. This impressive structure is not just a tribute to a famed explorer but also a reminder of Seville's pivotal role in the Age of Discovery. Murillo Gardens are nestled right in the heart of Seville, and they offer a tranquil escape from the bustling city streets. This is the Mary Immaculate Nursery School, and it offers early childhood education for children aged 0 to 6 years. The curriculum focuses on comprehensive development, including social, emotional, cognitive, and physical growth. As we start to venture deeper into the gardens, we come across several beautiful spots, from where you can almost hear the whispers of history. The gardens are filled with vibrant flowers, towering trees, water fountains, and the scent of orange blossoms in the air. It's the perfect place to relax and soak in the atmosphere. One of the best-kept secrets of Murillo Gardens is its connection to Seville's literary history. The gardens are said to have inspired many writers and poets, including Washington Irving, who wrote tales of the Alhambra. Right ahead is a gate that marks the entrance to the old city of Seville. It usually closes, late at night, and you will need to use another path, should you want to access the old city itself. This is where art and history intertwine, the Rosina balcony. It is famously associated with the character Rosina from Rossini's beloved opera, The Barber of Seville. We followed the path and made a right turn to access the old city, and soon found ourselves at yet another beautiful plaza. More about Rossini's opera. Rosina is the beautiful ward of Dr. Bartolo, who keeps her confined to his house. The balcony becomes a symbol of her desire for freedom and love, as she exchanges secret messages with her suitor, Count Almaviva, with the help of the clever barber, Figaro. We are now at Plaza Santa Cruz, and it was once the site of the Church of Santa Cruz, one of Seville's historic churches. And the church was demolished in 1811 during the Napoleonic Wars. This is Cross of the Serpent, and it stands as a poignant reminder of Seville's deep roots in history and mythology. It's a perfect example of how this city seamlessly blends the sacred and the artistic. One of the most captivating aspects of the historic buildings is their hidden interiors. Many houses have beautiful, ornate gates that offer tantalizing glimpses into private patios filled with lush greenery, fountains, and intricate tile work. We are now well inside the old city of Seville. It is a labyrinth of narrow alleys, charming homes, and centuries-old buildings. And referred to as the historic quarter, it is where the soul of Seville truly comes alive. Seville's old buildings are a feast for the eyes. The wrought iron balconies, colorful ceramic tiles, and elaborate wooden doors all tell stories of the city's rich cultural heritage. Some buildings house patios that are a quintessential part of Andalusian architecture, providing a cool retreat from the heat and a private oasis for residents. In the heart of the old city, you'll find artisans who continue traditional crafts passed down through generations. Whether it's ceramic tiles, leather goods, or intricate lacework, these skilled craftsmen keep Seville's artistic heritage alive. And of course, there are several cafes and restaurants to satisfy any culinary desire that you may have. Every building in the old city has a story. This area has been continuously inhabited since Roman times, and its history is etched into the walls of its buildings. You can find churches, palaces, and even ancient Roman ruins nestled among the residential homes. One thing worth pointing out is that Seville is the beating heart of flamenco. And this is a passionate and deeply expressive art form that combines singing, guitar playing, dance, and clapping. Originating in the Andalusian region, flamenco is an art form that tells stories of love, sorrow, joy, and resilience through powerful movements and soulful melodies. And one of the best ways to experience flamenco is in one of Seville's many tablaos, which are intimate venues where performers and audiences share an electric connection. Here, you will feel the raw emotion and intensity of the dance up close, as the performers pour their hearts into every gesture. Each building in the old town is unique, and it reflects a blend of Moorish, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque influences. And to be honest, we have ditched our Google map, and we were just walking around aimlessly, following the crowd at times, or just guided by the feelings in our heart. The best way to explore Seville Old Town is to actually allowing yourself to get lost in its labyrinth of cobble streets and historic buildings. And by getting lost, this is exactly how you find the soul of Seville Old Town. There is no right or wrong path, and each one is unique, but every path is more beautiful than the previous one. Our journey through Seville's rich tapestry of history and culture brings us to Iglesia de Santa Cruz, a church that stands as a beacon of faith and architectural beauty. Next to it, the Casa de Salinas is like a micro-version of the Alcazar, just without the queues. And built during Seville's 16th century Golden Age, it is privately owned, and with the family still in residence, visits are by guided tours only. The church, itself, is a fascinating site with a storied past. Originally, it was a synagogue during the Jewish Golden Age in Spain. And after the Reconquista, when Seville was reclaimed by Christian forces, the synagogue was converted into a church. Inside you will find stunning altars, intricate stained glass windows, and ornate decorations that reflect its rich history and the skilled craftsmanship of the artists who contributed to its beauty. But as it was closed at that time, we are unable to show you the interior of this church. The vibe in the old city is vibrant and inviting. Small plazas are filled with the sounds of flamenco guitar and the laughter of people enjoying a leisurely coffee. These plazas often serve as the heart of the neighborhood, where life slows down and everyone takes the time to enjoy the moment. And so did we. We stopped by this famous cream cake factory and ordered ourselves a few delicious flaky crust and creamy custard, as well as some freshly brewed coffee. There is always a queue here, and it is impossible to find a place to sit down. The tarts were so nice, and we finished them in a few bites. Now back to our tour of Seville, and perhaps one of the biggest attractions of the town itself. But before we get there, and since there is so much more to discover, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon, if you have not done so yet. I can't wait to share even more amazing stories and hidden gems with you. We are walking along one of the most iconic streets in Seville, known as Mateos Gago Street. And this vibrant street is a gateway to some of the city's most famous landmarks and offers a lively blend of history, culture, and everyday civilian life. And no wonder there was a huge crowd gathered along this street. It's a bustling thoroughfare that connects the stunning Seville Cathedral with the charming Santa Cruz neighborhood. The architecture along Mateos Gago Street is quintessentially Andalusian, with beautiful buildings, intricate wrought iron balconies, and colorful ceramic tiles. These buildings house a mix of tapas bars, restaurants, and shops, making the street a lively and engaging place to explore. Many of the buildings have plaques detailing their historical significance, offering a glimpse into the rich past of this area. Walking down this street feels like stepping back in time, with layers of history around every corner. And of course, you can also find several souvenirs shops along the street. But the highlight is yet to come, and you can spot it behind this tree. And let us head towards there, and then I will show you and tell you more about it. First, we need to make our way through this crowd. As we walked down Mateos Gago Street, one of the most stunning sights that captures our attention is the magnificent Seville Cathedral and its iconic tower. Seville Cathedral, also known as the Cathedral of St. Mary of the Sea, is one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Alongside it stands the iconic Giralda Tower, a symbol of Seville's rich and diverse history. Seville Fountain, located nearby, is a testament to Seville's penchant for blending modernity with tradition. And although constructed in the 20th century, the fountain's design draws inspiration from classical motifs to create a mesmerizing ambience. But let us focus on the Seville Cathedral for a moment. Construction began in 1401 on the site of a former Almohad mosque, reflecting the city's transition from Moorish to Christian rule. And its grand Gothic architecture, with towering spires, elaborate carvings, and massive flying buttresses, was designed to demonstrate the city's wealth and religious devotion. The Giralda Tower, originally built as a minaret for the Great Mosque of Seville in the 12th century, is a striking example of the city's Moorish heritage. And after the Reconquista, the tower was adapted into a bell tower for the cathedral. Also located next to the cathedral is the magnificent Archbishop's Palace. Constructed in the 16th century, the palace's imposing facade reflects the wealth and influence of the Catholic Church during this period. Inside the palace, visitors are greeted by opulent halls, adorned with exquisite furnishings, intricate tapestries, and priceless works of art. Similarly, the interior of Seville Cathedral is equally awe-inspiring. The central nave rises to a staggering height of 42 meters, creating a vast, open space filled with light filtering through magnificent stained glass windows. The cathedral houses numerous chapels, each adorned with exquisite religious art, sculptures, and altarpieces. However, there is an entrance fee to visit the cathedral, and it is best to make an online booking, well in advance, due to the large number of visitors. The fee helps support the maintenance and preservation of this iconic landmark. The cathedral offers various ticket options, including general admission tickets and guided tours, allowing visitors to explore its magnificent interiors, chapels, and artworks while learning about its rich history and significance. And if you are visiting, remember to climb to the top of the Giralda Tower. The tower's 34 ramps, originally designed to allow riders on horseback to ascend, lead to breathtaking panoramic views of Seville. From up there, you can see the city's historic rooftops, the winding river, and the distant Andalusian hills. For now, let us leave the cathedral area, and allow me to walk you through a vibrant thoroughfare that serves as the beating heart of Seville's historic center. Known as Avenida de la Constitución, and named in honor of Spain's Constitution of 1812, this grand avenue is steeped in history and lined with architectural treasures. As we stroll down, you'll be captivated by its timeless beauty and atmosphere. The avenue is adorned with a mix of architectural styles, from Baroque churches to grand palaces, each telling a story of Seville's rich cultural heritage. And now is perhaps the best time to tell you a bit about the history of Seville. To truly understand the enchanting city of Seville, one must delve into its rich tapestry of history, a story that spans millennia and weaves together diverse cultures, civilizations, and legacies. Known to the Romans as Hispalis, the city thrived as a strategic port and trading hub in the ancient world. In the 8th century, Seville fell under Moorish rule and became a flourishing center of Islamic culture and learning. And during that time, the city experienced a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity, leaving behind architectural marvels such as the Alcazar and the iconic Giralda Tower. We are now in another historic square, right at the heart of the city. It is known as Plaza de San Francisco, and this is where are located the Bank of Spain, the Mercury Fountain, as well as the City Hall of Seville. As it was early in January, the giant Christmas tree as well as the festive decorations along the streets and across the plaza can still be seen. The Reconquista brought Seville back into Christian hands in the 13th century, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the city's history. And as the capital of the Kingdom of Castile, Seville emerged as a prominent center of power and influence, shaping the course of Spanish history for centuries to come. And if you want to know, Seville reached its zenith during the Golden Age of exploration in the 16th century. As the gateway to the New World, the city became a vital hub of trade, commerce, and innovation, fueling a cultural renaissance that produced masterpieces of art, literature, and architecture. And finally, today, Seville continues to thrive as a vibrant metropolis that seamlessly blends its rich heritage with modern amenities and a forward-thinking outlook. Its UNESCO World Heritage sites, vibrant festivals, and warm Andalusian charm attract millions of visitors from around the globe each year, ensuring that its legacy endures for generations to come. We are now north of the cathedral and the City Hall of Seville. And here lies a labyrinth of charming shopping alleys, where history, culture, and commerce intertwine to create a vibrant tapestry of sights, sounds, and experiences. Take a look around you. These narrow cobblestone streets, lined with boutique shops, artisan workshops, and bustling markets, offer a unique shopping experience that captures the essence of Seville's old-world charm. The architecture of these alleys is as captivating as the merchandise they showcase, with colorful tiled facades and intricately carved doorways adding to their charm. Each corner holds a new surprise, inviting exploration and discovery at every turn. Seville's geographical location has played a significant role in its history and development, as it served as a strategic port city during ancient times and continues to be a vital transportation hub today. The landscape is characterized by its flat terrain, with the Guadalquivir River running through the city center. The river not only adds to the scenic beauty of Seville but also serves as a crucial waterway for transportation and trade. To the north of the city lies the fertile plains of the Guadalquivir Valley, while to the south, the landscape gradually transitions into rolling hills and agricultural land. Seville is well connected to the rest of Spain and Europe by air, rail, and road. The city is served by the Seville Airport, located approximately 10 kilometers northeast of the city center, which offers domestic and international flights. In terms of size, Seville covers an area of approximately 140 square kilometers. And while the city center is relatively compact and easily navigable on foot, the metropolitan area of Seville extends beyond the urban core, encompassing surrounding suburbs and municipalities. You have seen throughout this video how crowded and busy the streets were. That is because Seville is one of Spain's largest cities, with a population of over 700,000 inhabitants within the city limits and more than 1.5 million people in the broader metropolitan area. And to that, add the large number of tourists that visit the city every day, rain or shine, summer or winter. The millions of tourists ensure that Seville continues to be a top choice for travelers seeking to immerse themselves in the beauty and charm of southern Spain. Seville is in fact the fourth largest city in Spain and the 26th most populous municipality in the European Union. But despite its size, the old city, with an area of 4 square kilometers, is best explored on foot, and the generally flat land makes it easier to walk around. But all this walking around made us hungry. And since Seville is famous for its tapas culture, we wanted to look for a restaurant that would serve them. Our search brought us towards the Royal Parish Church of Santa Maria Magdalena. It is a church dating back to the 13th century, when it was originally built as a mosque during the Moorish rule of Spain. We walked around the area, window shopping. And since we passed by an gelato shop, we stopped by and purchased a gelato. So it was essentially enjoying the dessert before the main course. And we had nice tapas at this restaurant, with pleasant service and really good food. We recommend it, if you are a Spanish cuisine lover, and service was really good. After our meal, we made our way back towards Plaza Neuva, or New Square, in English. The plaza was originally constructed as part of an urban renewal project initiated by King Philip II. And the square was designed to replace the former Moorish Alcazar Square and served as a symbol of the Spanish crown's authority and power in Seville. On that day, there were several small shops set up in the square. Could it be that the Christmas market was still open in Seville? We walked around and stopped by several of these small shops to inquire what they were selling. Nearby is the statue of San Fernando or Saint Ferdinand, on horseback. San Fernando, also known as Ferdinand III of Castile, was a significant figure in Spanish history, particularly renowned for his role in the Reconquista, the Christian reconquest of Spain from Moorish rule. He is celebrated for his military victories and contributions to the Christianization of Spain. The square features a harmonious blend of architectural styles, reflecting the evolution of Seville's urban landscape over the centuries. And throughout the year, Plaza Neuva serves as a vibrant venue for cultural events, festivals, and public gatherings. From the square, we walked back towards the city hall, and along the way we get to take in the majestic surroundings and the elegant architecture and bustling activity around. We also took a moment to stop and appreciate the nativity set that was on display at one of the facades of the city hall. And this reminded us that Seville was still celebrating Christmas. It was now past 5 o'clock in the evening, and it would soon start to get dark. Seville experiences a Mediterranean climate with hot summers and mild winters. And in January, you can expect mild and sometimes rainy weather, with average temperatures ranging from 5 degrees Celsius at night to 15 during the day. But it was still very warm on that particular day. And as we walked past one of the facades of Seville Cathedral, a magical transformation was starting to take place, casting a warm, golden glow upon the roofline of the majestic cathedral. We had a chance to have a closer look at the facade of the cathedral that is along Avenida de la Constitución. And along this facade is the baptism door, which you just saw, and is one of the entrances to Seville Cathedral. The facade is a masterpiece of Gothic design, characterized by its soaring vertical lines, pointed arches, and elaborate ornamentation. The General Archive of the Indies is an invaluable repository of historical documents located next to the cathedral. And as the sun gradually descended in the January sky, we could witness a truly mesmerizing sight, as the cathedral was illuminated by the warm, golden light of the setting sun. The cathedral's intricate facade, adorned with sculptural details and ornate carvings, catches the last rays of sunlight, casting a radiant glow that bathes the entire structure in a soft, golden hue. We stood here for a while, a perfect spot for some Instagram photos, and then we continued our way towards the river and the Royal Alcazar of Seville. As it was going to get dark soon, we probably won't have the opportunity to see everything. So let me tell you about the Royal Alcazar of Seville. It is a magnificent palace complex renowned for its stunning architecture, lush gardens, and it was built as a fort during the Moorish period in the 10th century. It was later expanded and embellished by subsequent rulers, including Christian monarchs. The palace complex has served as a royal residence, a fortress, and a symbol of power and prestige throughout its history. We will not be visiting it, as it would probably be close by the time we reach it. Therefore, upon reaching the Hispalis Fountain, we made a right turn towards the Palacio de San Telmo. The fountain was originally built during the Renaissance period, and aimed to beautify the city and provide residents with access to clean water. As you can see, the sun was starting to quickly disappear in the sky, and soon it will be nightfall. So without much ado, let us keep walking towards the river, and let's see what other points of interest we come across. And this is the Palacio de San Telmo, originally constructed as a naval college in the 17th century. The palace was intended to serve as a training center for young men preparing for careers in the maritime industry. It is renowned for its Baroque architecture, characterized by ornate facades, intricate stucco work, and elegant interior spaces. The building features a symmetrical layout with a central courtyard and 2 wings, each adorned with elaborate decorations and sculptural elements. Over the years, the Palacio de San Telmo has served various functions, and in 1989, the palace was designated as the seat of the presidency of the Andalusian autonomous government, a role it continues to fulfill today. The Canal de Alfonso XIII was constructed in the early 20th century during the reign of King Alfonso XIII of Spain. It was intended to serve both practical and aesthetic purposes, providing a source of water for irrigation and transportation while also enhancing the city's beauty and livability. We are now walking along the pavement that runs parallel to the canal, and we have just passed by the Seville School of Arts, which has, for primary mission, to provide high-quality education and training in the visual arts and design fields. Further ahead is a giant wheel and a huge amusement park, set up along the banks of the river, to celebrate the festive season in Seville. Let us go there. The amusement park features a wide range of attractions and rides designed to appeal to visitors of all ages. The park is also adorned with festive decorations, twinkling lights, and holiday-themed displays that create a magical atmosphere for visitors to immerse themselves in. In addition to rides and attractions, the amusement park offers a variety of entertainment options to keep visitors entertained throughout the festive season. I guess that it's the perfect place for families, friends, and loved ones to come together to celebrate the festive season, create cherished memories, and enjoy quality time during the holidays. The river that you see on your left is the Guadalquivir River. It flows through Seville and it is one of the most important waterways in Spain. It is the fifth longest river on the Iberian Peninsula, stretching 650 kilometers. It has played a crucial role in the history, culture, and economy of the region for thousands of years. And it was navigable as far as Seville by ancient civilizations such as the Phoenicians, Romans, and Moors, who established trade routes and settlements along its banks. The river facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between Europe and North Africa, contributing to the rich tapestry of Andalusian heritage. In front of us is the Tower of Gold. To reach it, we will cross the San Telmo Bridge, but stay along the same side of the riverbank. Standing along the riverbank near the tower, as the sun is setting, offers a breathtaking and unforgettable experience. Torre del Oro was built in the early 13th century, during the Muslim dynasty that ruled parts of Spain and North Africa. And its original purpose was defensive, serving as part of the city's fortifications to protect the port of Seville and control access to the river. The tower is a prime example of military architecture, and it is a 12-sided structure with 3 levels, featuring a distinctive golden hue that gives it its name. And talking about hue, just look at the skyline. We can see shades of orange, pink, and gold painting the horizon in a spectacular display of natural beauty. On the opposite bank is the Triana neighborhood. Originally inhabited by the Roman and Moorish populations, it later became a vibrant hub for sailors, artisans, and traders during the Age of Exploration. Triana is home to several notable landmarks and attractions that showcase its historical and cultural significance. But it was too late to visit them, and since it was getting dark, we walked back towards our hotel. We were already tired from walking when we reached the area around the cathedral. However, we wanted to see how the Christmas illumination near the city hall would look like at night, and that meant even more walking. But before that, this is the Prince's Door, one of the main entrances to the Seville Cathedral, located on the north side of the cathedral's exterior. It was night time and it was getting colder, and the crowd around the cathedral had dispersed. And slowly the hustle and bustle of daytime activities give way to a sense of calm and stillness, allowing visitors to appreciate the beauty of the square and its surroundings in a more contemplative manner. And I walked around the cathedral one more time, to admire the play of light and shadow on the sculptures that adorn each of the facades, and at the same time, capturing memorable photos of the picturesque setting. However, once on the other side, along the Avenida de la Constitución, the romantic feeling faded, at the sight of the crowd that seemed to have gathered along this side of town. And they have gathered here for a good reason. Christmas was back. And all the building facades and squares came alive with festive lights and a joyful ambience that added to the holiday spirit in the city. The streets surrounding the city hall were adorned with dazzling Christmas lights and decorations, creating a magical atmosphere that enchants visitors of all ages. As the journey through Seville draws to a close, it's impossible not to be captivated by the city's timeless charm and vibrant energy. As we've explored Seville's iconic landmarks, wandered through its charming neighborhoods, and experienced its festive ambience, one thing becomes abundantly clear: Seville is a city that truly captures the heart and soul of Spain. As we bid farewell to this enchanting city, let us carry with us the memories of its vibrant streets, its ancient history, and the warmth of its people. Until next time, happy travels, and may the spirit of Seville stay with you wherever you go.